Here are 11 must-eat spots when you go to Kyoto. Let me tell you why. I forgot how much I love Kyoto. I came here 5 years ago, but skipped it on my trip to Japan last year, but I wasn't gonna make that mistake again. It's so beautiful and honestly much more manageable than Tokyo and Osaka. And of course, so much in real food. And if you are looking for even more, I have a full video from everything I ate last time, including all the matcha stops. I'll link it here and at the end of the video. Before we get to the food though, I go on food adventures all over the world, so make sure you are subbed so you don't miss one bite. Videos coming soon from Tokyo, Houston, Miami, LA, and of course my hometown of New York City. Chow Chow is gyoza heaven in Kyoto and had to be my first stop in the city. With 50 to choose from, it can be overwhelming, but I did the Karamachi set, which comes with a drink, side dish, their Chow Chow pork gyoza, and then another gyoza of your choosing. The pork was so crispy and juicy, loved it. For the gyoza of my choosing, I went with the chicken and mozzarella. Interesting, maybe not my favorite though. And at that point, I'd spent about $12 and was still hungry for more. So I went to the a la carte menu and got the garlic gyoza. As you can imagine, very garlicky, really love that. And their special shibazuke, which are pickled veggies with eggplant and shiso from Kyoto. That was very shiso forward, along with like really nice sourness. That one also maybe wasn't my favorite, but definitely the most pretty gyoza I've ever seen. Spent less than $20 and was stuffed. Now the line can be very long, so I went at around 4 p.m. off hours and waited just a few minutes to sit down. Definitely recommend that. Burger Revolution has a few locations all over Japan, but this is their Kyoto spot. They are known for serving 100% wagyu beef burgers and all on their homemade, really incredible buns. I pre-ordered with my reservation and got 2 burgers and truffle fries. First, the Matsusaka cheeseburger, which is the upgrade on their normal cheeseburger. And it's made with Matsusaka beef, one of the most rare Japanese wagyus. Along with your choice of cheese, I got cheddar, onions, dill pickles, and their special sauce.
I've never had a bite like that. Whoa. It's a classic cheeseburger. Just every single flavor like amped up to 100. Great beef quality, fantastic bun, great layer of cheese. That special sauce leans a little sweet, I'd say, but has like little mustard notes running through it also. And the pickle on there too for just like that little sourness. It's so good. All right, before we get to the other burger, let's try these truffle fries here. I mean, they certainly smell incredible. Insanely salty, which I always appreciate. More just like that aroma of the truffle, which I really like. I don't really want to taste it necessarily, I just want that sort of like smell of it. But yeah, crazy salty.
Then their spring special while I was there was this 100% Saga beef burger, which is a beef known for its marble texture, richness, and sweetness. And that comes simple just with their homemade sauce. Only 10 of these were made a day.
I don't know if you're getting more beef flavor necessarily, but certainly more juicy just from being like a fatter piece of meat. Much more simple. I think there's like cabbage on there, weirdly enough. I'm not really sure what is on there, but I think it's interesting about both of them is just like the sweetness in both. I think both are really, really rich burgers, fantastic meat quality, but it's interesting that they've countered that with more sweetness than I would usually say. I mean, burger, obviously ketchup is kind of sweet, so you have that too, but it's very sweet forward. I think between the two, I like the classic better. Simplicity of a burger can be nice, but I think like the whole component together, coming together with the sauce, with the cheese, with the pickles, it's great. Oh yeah, definitely.
I made a first reservation Wednesday at noon. Honestly, I don't know if you can do a reservation if you're gonna do it that way. I walked right in, restaurant's empty. It does feel like a place that might get busier and busier, maybe on the weekends, maybe for dinner or something. So don't worry about that, but if you have the option, I always say make the reservation. Down this cute alleyway in Kyoto is curry and tempura koisis. Legit a hidden gem. Limited menu, but you're coming for this curry. You can choose small, medium, or large for the amount of rice, and then vegan or non-vegan curry. I got the non-vegan, which has a turmeric pork curry on one side and a chickpea and bean curry on the other, along with Japanese pickles. I mean, this is the most beautiful curry I've ever seen. You are given a soup to pour over every bite, but honestly, I didn't need it. Give me the highest concentration of those deep, rich curry flavors, which were mildly sweet and had a little kick to it also, coming from the 20 spices they use in it. This is truly the definition of comfort food.
That was absolutely perfect and exactly what I needed. It's been such like a cold, rainy day here in Kyoto, and it filled not only my belly up with warmth, but my soul up with warmth.
A bunch of locations, but I went to the Temporo Endo in Gion in this 100-year-old former tea house. They have a few different course options, and I went with the Temporo Suzuki Yasaka course. That was 22,000 yen for 17 courses, and that's the least expensive you can pick. It changes seasonally, but here's a rundown of everything I ate when I was there. Started with a beer, perfect for tempura. Sweet corn, you add this matcha salt to. Caviar toast. Uni, always my favorite piece, and that you add a touch of salt to as well. Shrimp, and the shrimp head. Green bean that comes with this broth. A mountain vegetable. Tofu. White mushroom with this truffle salt on top. A spring shrimp. Redfish. Beef with soy sauce. Bamboo shoot with a miso sauce. Finishing up the tempura courses is eel. You get a little salad palate cleanser. And then they pour this green tea over rice with shrimp and veggie tempura. And to finish, might seem simple, but this unreal strawberry. Nishiki Market is one of the best food markets in the world. Just an overwhelming amount of incredible foods. We're talking more than 100 stalls serving Kyoto since 1310, which is kind of crazy. It can definitely feel very crowded in there, but you don't want to skip this. Here's just a taste of what you can enjoy. First was this stall cooking up unagi right in front of you. The smell was so incredible that I had to get one, which I ordered with the option of uni on top.
Sea urchin and uni are two of my favorite things. I don't think I've ever had them together, and this just looks beautiful. Ooh. I always love that sweet fatness from the eel. A little uni on top, probably not necessary. I'll never say no. Or maybe save yourself a couple dollars and just get the unagi.
Another stall that literally made me stop in my tracks was this one with this humongous piece of fried chicken.
This chicken breast is absolutely enormous. It's bigger than my head. It smells incredible, and it just looks like the crunchiest, juiciest piece of meat of all time. That was all crunch. I barely got any chicken. I usually don't want chicken breast because I think when I think of chicken breast, I think of dry, not all flavor. This thing is so juicy, so fatty, incredibly crunchy. There's like a little sweetness in there. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh.
This shop serves all different types of croquettes. I got two, the corn, and a chicken and green tea.
Corn? It is filled to the brim with mashed potatoes that are so good. And that little sweetness corn right in the middle of the bite. That's good, crispy and creamy, so into it. What's coming through much more is more that aroma from the matcha in there, more than like the bitterness tasting, which I think is probably for the best. Just like wafting in that smell makes that bite so good. A little bit of chicken in the middle. Dude, that's such a good bite. And still all that creaminess and crunchiness. Oh.
Just enough room for something sweet. I got these dango rice dumplings on a stick, which you can get with either a sweet soy sauce or a brown sugar sauce.
Ooh, it smells so good. I mean, it smells exactly what you think it would be. Soy sauce with like a little bit of sweetness in there, but still, ooh, that is sticky. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God. You know, I'm a texture guy. I like chewiness. This thing is so chewy, first of all. And it's sort of just like those rich, deep soy sauce flavors balanced perfectly with that nice sweetness, not overwhelming in any direction. It's more like you're tasting the sweetness from that sauce and then just getting the aroma and notes of the soy sauce underneath all of it. Oh, this is one of my favorite things ever. Wow.
So it's sort of like a running theme throughout Kyoto is me trying to avoid the crowds. I don't really think there's a way to avoid the crowds here in Nishiki Market. I even ended up going just because I was in the area at 12:30, which you would think would be prime time. And yes, it's crowded. It's a little hard to walk through sometimes. You got to push through a little bit, but honestly, I didn't really see that many lines that were so long, which is really nice. I personally, everything that I got, didn't really wait more than a minute or two to order. So I think no matter what, you'll be fine. Just be a little flexible, be patient. I think coming from New York City, I'm used to crowds. I'm used to pushing crowds maybe. But yeah, no problem at all when I was a little worried. So, oh, bring cash. Definitely bring cash. I don't think I saw one thing there that took credit card. By the way, definitely love staying at this hotel here. Very new, and while holding on to a traditional feel, it's the only hotel I've stayed in Japan that was made for an American-sized man and not at a crazy price. High on my list of spots to get to in Kyoto was Maruki, but don't make these two mistakes that I made when visiting.
Okay, so let this be a lesson to you about Japan. Always bring cash. I went to the spot yesterday in the pouring rain. I walked half an hour. I was absolutely soaked, but it smelled so good. I needed it. And they were cash only, and my heart absolutely broke. And I was like, I will be back tomorrow. Now, another mistake. I came here yesterday at like midday, maybe it was like 11 a.m. or so, and they were fully stocked of all the treats. I got here today at like 6:30 right when they opened because I don't want to wait in lines. Everything Kyoto's a line. I was like, oh, I was good early. They really didn't have a giant selection, so I kind of just asked them what to get. I only had like 2 things to pick from anyway, but let's see what we got. Okay, so this is a flaky pastry, supposedly filled with cream cheese. It's flaky, it's so light, buttery, and it's filled with like a Danish cream cheese. So like nice and sweet with that little tiny bit of sourness. So then they're known for these sandwiches. And I asked her which one to get, and she said the ham and cheese. They had a lot of different options. I was eyeing the egg one yesterday, but didn't see that made right now. And I was eyeing their French toast yesterday, but I didn't see it. That's the most bummed I was, but it was so pretty. It's just such like a light, delicate bite. I think that's what Japanese food does so well. Very thin layers, thin layer of ham, thin layer of the cabbage, a lot of mayo, which I appreciate. All just like nestled so beautifully into this little tiny sandwich. Perfect.
When I was sitting in my hotel lobby working, I met a local who told me I needed a cup of coffee from weekenders. Especially on this cold, rainy day, this was exactly what I needed. I told them just to pour me whatever they recommended and was not disappointed. Definitely try and stop it. Wagyu Bongo Gion specializes in not only Wagyu, but a focus on local Kyoto veggies and ingredients as well. You can choose between a few different course options, which differ on how many courses, level of meat, and if you want the raw courses, which of course I did. Fantastic vibes and superb hospitality. Here's a rundown of every bite. Camembert cheese and a Kyoto veggie salad, heavy on the root veggies, so good. Wagyu lean beef sashimi with soy sauce and ginger with some more seasonal veggies and squid. Wagyu tail soup with a radish on top and a little pepper you drop in halfway through to change the entire experience. Seared Wagyu tongue with greens, which I torch right in front of you, which I obviously loved. This is the bottom and softest part of the cow tongue. In the salad is wasabi leaves, and they tell you to eat the whole thing in one composed bite. Truffle UK with truffle butter, and egg yolk. This was the bite. Oh my god. Wagyu shabu shabu with a white miso and beef bouillon soup that's been cooking for 8 hours. And you have little yuzu pepper to add in if you want a little bit of heat. This is a very special rice picked specifically to pair with the next 2 courses. You choose which size rice you want. Wagyu lean marble beef sukiyaki, which you eat with an egg and sauce only first, and then on that rice too, pouring all that sauce all over it. I mean, my stomach is growling just rewatching this. Wagyu sirloin steak is next. That's cooked and cut right in front of you as well. And that comes with wasabi, salt, a white miso plum paste, and garlic chips. So you get a little different experience with every bite. Dessert is a selection of treats, mochi, milk pudding, and fresh fruit. One more bite is a special which they make in front of you as well. A classic Kyoto souvenir, the yasuhashi, which is a mochi wrap which you can get different fillings in that you choose from. I went pink mochi with a white chocolate sauce. Just an unreal dinner, all for a little over $100 at the moment, but that depends obviously on which course you get and the exchange rate at the moment. What a city. I cannot wait to get back to try even more. Let me know what I missed in the comments below and make sure you're a sub because I go on food adventures all over the world.